Well, hello, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Francisco Ruvalcaba Jr. Thanks for coming to the show today.
Thank you for having me, Ed.
Hey, no problem. All right. So today's Thursday. Anything going on in the market that's new, happening, or the same old, same old? What's going on?
No, we are starting to see, it was kind of like we said, it was the people just got desperate and just are back out and shopping. And we're seeing it even with the higher rates that people, we're getting multiple offers on listings and people are actually offering to pay the difference of an appraisal. If, like, let's say, for example, somebody offers $350 on a house and it appraises at $340, that person's saying, hey, you know what? I'll come out of pocket an extra $10,000 just so that we could get the house.
And that's what happens when you have a market with hardly any inventory. I think we're short. We need 2.5 million homes just to be balanced in California.
Right.
And then I heard the other day somebody whispering on one of the TikToks that the Airbnb market's going to take down the housing market.
What do they mean by that?
Well, they think that because in a lot of places, Airbnbs aren't working anymore and they have to get rid of them or like Tahoe, they said, get them out of here. We're not going to let you have them anymore. And so a lot of them came on the market, but then people were like, hey, I can buy up there now. Right. It didn't flood the market with them. I'm like, unless there's more than 2.5 million of them in California, then we absorb it in no period of time. I don't see that in California. Places like Austin, Texas, where there's a lot of them, and what they're getting rid of them is because of the fact that the taxes went up so high on them. And when it's an investment property, you go whatever the value of the house goes up, that's your new tax rate at 3%. So if your house goes up $100,000, your taxes just went up $3,000 a year.
So do they mean like appreciation wise?
No, they're saying that it's going to like destroy the housing market. Like it's going to cause the bubble to happen. And I'm like, you guys have no idea what you're talking about. That you're just throwing that out there to get people to get worried about it, to put their house on the market now as a Airbnb and sell it so they can get it sold real quick so these people can buy it. I have no idea what they're thinking.
There's still so much demand for rentals though, I know Airbnb because.
So what you're saying, turn it from Airbnb to a rental.
Right. You don't have to sell them,
I know, but some people got them. They're saying that the higher interest rates. Well, I knew some people who bought them up in like where my cabin is in Cold Springs and above. And a lot of them over the last couple of years, in the last year sold them just because they're like, we made enough money and whatever, we're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
And I could see that, but I don't see them taking down the market. I'm just saying, because everybody keeps throwing stuff out here going, this is going to destroy the market. No, that's not. This is going to do it now, right? They're just coming up with things, right? The only bubble we had was the opportunity bubble where you could get a ton of money to help you with your closing costs. That's gone.
It is, unfortunately, yeah, it is. You can still get lucky in some houses, but I myself had one of my own clients, and it's hard too, because like this is like family friend, right? And I'm helping them purchase, and it's just crazy to me because we've been foreseeing it, but now to see it and then at the rates being high, and I saw this video. It was like it's one guy running on the road, right? And it's just kind of like an analogy to kind of help people understand what we're going through with our tight market. It's like one guy running right on a road, and it's 7% rates. And then it goes to 6%. And then there's like 2-3 other guys that joined in on the road side by side. Then it's 6. Then it's 5 and then 4. And then the road is just so crowded. And that's, it's just such a simple way to really explain exactly what
Where'd you see that at?
It was a video. It was actually a lender had sent it to me that an agent had posted. It was I don't even know from where it was from.
A lender? You talk to other lenders? What's your problem?
No, yeah, it was one of the he's based out of Sacramento.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think I'm gonna come up with something like that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. And
no, I don't need to see it. I'll make my own.
Yeah.
I don't want to come back and say you saw this and you made it from mine. No, I have no idea what you did.
No, but it's such a great explanation. When I saw it, I was like, wow, that's genius,
I actually got a better one. I'm going to do the Tour de France. So basically when you see the peloton coming up and absorbing everybody, that I think that would be a better analogy, because you got the person in front who is trying to get the thing, and then you got a few people behind him, And so you got that person at 7, then you have the other 3 at 6, and then then if it gets down to 4, that's what the Peloton would be.
Yeah, and it really does go to show like how simple it is to understand, right? That things just simply can't change like that. The big decline that people are expecting. I mean, there's not anything that supports it. People are still buying right now. I know.
Well, as I keep telling people, I have one right now, a gentleman. I'm like, you're buying at the worst time to get an interest rate, but the best time to get the house. If you wait for the best time to get the interest rate, you're going to pay another $50,000 to $100,000 for that house, depending on the price of that home. Houses are going up 10% this year, so $500,000 house is going up $50,000. Just that's easy numbers to do. You're going to pay way more in the value of the house to get a lower rate, where you could get cheaper house now, pay a little bit more in payment, and refinance in a year and a half to 2 years. And the reason I say that is because we have no idea when these rates are coming down, because this government is not working with the Fed.
Yeah.
And that's not a political statement. That is truth. Go figure it out. If you keep spending money, keep thinking, I'm going to pay off people's student loans, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you're not seeing where we're at. It's like you have so much debt and you keep overspending.
Yeah.
That's where we are. This is what the United States is somebody who has a credit card problem and they don't have enough money coming in, but they want to keep spending like they do.
And that's, I mean, a lot of the times too, even when, we have our one-on-ones with our clients and everything too, like sometimes that's the easiest thing you could do is cut out the unnecessary spending. But yeah, I mean, there's
good luck with that. I don't have to go to my Starbucks. What?
Right. I mean, it's again, I mean, and it's nothing that, we say to like kind of poke at. I mean, granted, you do what you want, right? But there are simple things that could be done that could help you be a homeowner, which for a lot of people is, I mean, it is one of the best things you could do. And you start building your equity, and not a lot of people, because, and again, I mean, a lot of the times you have someone going from a $2,000 rental to a $3,000 rental. The $1,000 increase is like, man, those $1,000, but they're not realizing the $2,000 is going into the garbage. So it's like
they don't understand it's an investment in your future. The problem everybody got so spoiled by those 2 years that, it's cheaper than renting. Okay, let's do it. It makes no sense at all not to do it. Now, then when it was the same price, you're like, well, same price, I guess I should do it. Now it's over that. It's over my price. I could save money by renting.
Yeah. But you don't really, I mean, it's a simple.
You follow me? That's their logic with that. Sometimes people they think how easy it is just to do nothing, and they're better off they won't make a mistake if they do nothing, because if they lose out on it, well, I didn't have the money.
Yeah, it's even like I have a client right now too who,
congratulations, you have a client.
No, he had sold his house. I helped him sell his house a while ago. It was like a divorce situation, and he had just started. He didn't want to buy right away, and this was probably back like a year and a half, 2 years ago, because he was like, I'm not sure, and I don't. He just didn't exactly know which way he wanted to go about everything. And I told him, I was like, trust me, like invest your money, you'll find something, and you're still at a point where things are comfortable. I think the rates at the time were like 5, which wasn't bad. But even then, that's what's crazy is when they were at 5, people were still like, that's too much. Right. It's like because of the how people got spoiled with those super low rates.
Yep.
And now
but they needed 20,000 to 50,000 to go over asking every time, though.
That's the thing too, is like first time home buyers at that time weren't that prevalent in the market. Like it was hard. You needed to have like a down payment like him, right? After selling a house or something.
Most people are buying cash from the Bay Area, selling their house and buying cash over here and up in Twain Hart or Tuolumne County, Calaveras County, everywhere they were, or Idaho or Texas or other places. They hate the Californians. Yeah. They hate us because we came there with cash and raised their values up so much that now they can't afford their homes. That's taxes. They can't afford the taxes on their home. If their home was paid off and retired, they're to a point where they're going, man, if this keeps going this way, we won't be able to afford this house.
Yeah,
and that's what's nice about Prop 13 in California. And if they ever talk about getting rid of it, you need to fight them on that just because of what's going on.
Yeah, it is you know, and it's something that unfortunately, I mean, it's only, or not unfortunately, but you know, it's not accessible to everybody, right? Like that's one of the unfortunate parts of it. Um, and for a lot of people, I mean, whether you're doing, you know, your 1031s or doing something like that, I mean, any little piece of help helps, you know?
Yep.
And it's like, it's so much that like the tax rates are just so high that it makes it hard.
Right. And when that's a lot of people don't realize, like the move up right now, not only is the interest rates higher, but your taxes go up.
Mm-hmm.
And so just that alone. So a lot of people like, I'm not going to do anything. And there was an article that was putting out that said that people with 5% rates or higher are more likely to move up in this market. It's like, no, really? You really had to think hard at that one. when we see rates of 5.5, that's when we're going to see the peloton coming and taking over again. So anyway, I want to thank you for being on the show today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for giving your insights and telling us what's going on. I appreciate that, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, my pleasure. And we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching. If you like what we do here, subscribe, go to our YouTube channel, Real Estate Jerky, Ed Parcaut and Francisco Ruvalcaba Jr. and subscribe to there, please. All right. Make it a great day.